This video chart presentation of IWSY Systems Inc. IWSY is an OTCQB company trading our ticker IWSY. Stock kind of trades with some sporadic volume increases, but on Friday it wrapped near 200,000 shares traded, and importantly the stock's pushed over top all the moving averages and above a resistance point at 90 cents. Just want to keep an eye on this week and see how it performs. I want to run through the indicators and look for hints of any sort of negative divergences. The price per share is trending up. I don't want to see the indicators trending down. There I can see that the MACD is in a firm upward path. I do look for something like this. See if the histogram bars are mildly trending downward. Now the way I use that is if this trend starts to lose a little bit of strength, wants to drop a little bearish cross right through here of the 12 passing down through the 26 EMA, I'll want to see that MACD hold over top of 0, and I'll look for this price per share to hold certain support levels, and that would give me hints that this is probably just taking a little bit of a breather, and I'd look for a stronger move in the trend to continue upward. PPO is also trending up. It's a nice position for the ADX to try and reverse. I'll be looking for this green line, the positive DI, to start to make a stronger move upward. And I'll be looking for the ADX to curl and itself start to climb back upward. It's a nice look to the money flow index, primarily holding over top of 50. Tells me that people have been willing to pay higher prices to pick up the stock. Accumulation distribution, flatlined right through here for about 2 months, but still in the overall scheme of things, making an upward channel, continually making higher lows. Shaken money flow gives a little bit of a different read right there at that point. That tells me that over the last 20 periods, selling pressure started outweighing buying pressure, but it's not extremely low, right around negative 0.25, and it's curling back upward towards 0. So I just kind of keep an eye on that because I do want to see that break back up to the green side of things, show that buying pressure is once again outweighing selling pressure. CCI is still in a hold position. Buy points are break of 100, sell points are break back down through 100, although I do see it's not making quite as high highs. That's a mild case of negative divergence, and I'd be wanting to see this push harder and break through that downward trend, at least come back up near this 200 point, try and make equal or higher highs in that indicator. Full still, also primarily holding a bullish position, saying that there's strong momentum to the upside in this play. That's a very nice look. And the tricks, much like the MACD, to gauge a trend, breaking through 0 is bullish, and continually making higher lows is what I look for to reiterate a strong upward trend in the stock. MFI is over top of 50, no negative divergence there. Again, that's a nice look to that indicator of momentum. So not seeing too much to lead me to believe that this is going to run out of gas. What would become important to me is that point of 90 cents. That was a fair amount of resistance through there. Stock price finally pushed through it over the last 2 weeks. I'd want to see it hold over top of that because in classic TA, resistance becomes support, and that keeps it firmly over top of the 50 and 200-day moving averages, which are now starting to trend upward. Again, that's a very bullish thing in the long-term picture of the chart. If it can't hold that, it may come back down here near 75 cents. That's a pretty hefty drop of 20 cents per share from its closing price on Friday of 95 cents. So that's why I'd be watching closely at 90. Now it does have a certain challenge in front of it because I see resistance right there at $1. Classic psychological barrier, and it also ties in with a little bit of static resistance over the last 9 months. But if it can break through that, it does meet a little bit of secondary resistance at $1.10, but I wouldn't be looking for a primary resistance till up here near $1.30 or even the old high of $1.35. Now just like strong support is a ways away, that's a very nice upside if it can continue to gain steam and push this resistance point at $1. And for those reasons, I think this is one to keep an eye on, see if it's going to hold above 90 cent support and blow through $1 resistance and try and continue through this big rounded look that it's been given over the last several months. Of course, I'd be looking for volume to become a little bit more consistent. I didn't check the share structure on this, so I can't speak intelligently about that. But obviously, it's pretty thinly traded for the most part. And if it's going to break out, and especially if it wants to go up here and challenge this $1.30 level, I want to see a steady increase in volume. Those are the type of things that I'd be looking for in the IWSY chart. But as always, it's merely my interpretation. Thank you for watching and trade smart.